Hello, everybody. Let's talk about self-assessments and what self-assessments are. Self-assessments and self-actualization, all of the things that deal with self, are really to find out who you are. Because if you can find out who you are, you can find out what you want to be and how to get there. How to get there is often the more difficult one because you have to make difficult choices. You have to give up things. You have to work harder. You have to save more money. Those are what we call sacrifices. But let's start with who you are and why we spend time with who we are. What happens when people get older in life, it could be anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50, depending on the age and your experiences and backgrounds, you start to reflect and say, what is it that I'm good at? What is it that I should be doing? What is it that I should be spending my time at? That's self-actualization. I would say that generations ago, maybe our father or grandfather's generation, depending on how old we are, they really never asked that question. They were raised and they went to work for the family farm or for the family business, and they worked and they came home with their families, and that's the existence often that they had. They didn't have much time, in fact, to determine what they really wanted to do. In fact, it's what you must do, what you had to do. Thankfully, with some affluence, we don't have those aspects anymore. We can actually ask the question, what is it that you want to do? You have a chance to do and be anything you want, if you only take that chance. It's a marked difference today than it was 20 years ago, where you had to do what you had to do in order to make a living, in order to pay for your family and yourself. Much of that existence resulted from you having to pay for your own health cares and retirements, and to make sure that after your career was over, you had something to do and somewhere to live. With Social Security and Medicare and some of the other advantages that came in the 1960s, much of that no longer existed. You were cared for, at least to an extent, after your careers were over, and even when you worked, you had health care, retirement, and many other benefits. If you got sick or injured, you had somebody to take care of you, and that was the government. So now, freed from all of those anxieties that at least a number of people had, you can start thinking, well, what is it that I want to do? What was I made to do? What are my talents and advantages that I could use to do and be something? It's really a wonderful time when you look back and say that you actually have a chance to do some reflection, to look back and say, what are the talents and advantages I have, and what could I do with them? And if I do something with them, what could I be? That's self-actualization. That is looking back and saying, I have a chance, just a chance, to do something interesting, and now I want to take that chance. Everybody, I wish you the best as you look at that self-actualization, as you look at what you can be, with the hopes that if you can do what you want, you'll always enjoy the time that you spend doing it. Thanks, everybody. My best.